everybody, welcome to my channel All Stitched Up. I am Beth, and today is Tuesday, so naturally it's going to be a Truth Tuesday, and this one is going to get me a little fired up, so bear with me. As you can see by the title, this one is called Mama Bear Syndrome. I don't know if you guys are aware of what Mama Bear Syndrome is, so let me educate you. It is when a otherwise normal woman loses her shit completely because someone does or says something to their child that is not right. That happened to me yesterday. I don't know how many people that watch these Truth Tuesdays have children with special needs. If you followed me from the beginning, you know one of my Truth Tuesdays is about autism. My son is almost 4. He'll be 4 next month, and I can't even believe it. But he was diagnosed with autism when he was about 15 months old. And we have done everything in our power to make sure that he has every available resource. And we live in an area where there's a lot of resources for, people that have disabilities or people like him or, whatever you want to say. And side note, it's extremely cloudy outside, so my lighting is not going to be the best today. So we've always made sure he has every resource available to him. And he's grown leaps and bounds. I mean, it's insane how much he's grown, but there's still so far to go. So far. We've been trying to potty train, and that has been really hard. And I mean, really hard. I heard boys were hard to potty train anyways, and just add autism on top of that, and then we've created this perfect potty training storm that is not so perfect. So if there's any parents out there watching this video that have any helpful advice, please feel free to send me an email. I keep my email address down below in the description for you guys. Always feel free to send me an email. But back to the story at hand. Yesterday, my husband was helping me with some things that I needed to get done, so he took the day off of work. He was away, he left the house, and I got to the house. So we were kind of like two ships passing in the night. And when I got home, he had left his work phone here. And his work phone was literally just like message after message after message after message. And there was like 8 messages from one of his laborers. My husband does landscaping and maintenance. He is the foreman, and then he has a couple guys that are like assistants. They call them laborers. They help him with all of the stuff that he has to get done throughout the day. And this new laborer that he got this year has been quite an interesting character. Very sensitive. The other day, a couple weeks ago, Ryan, my husband, and him were at the job, and his coworker, who I'm not going to name, was doing the work. The customer came out, talked to Ryan, said she wasn't happy with the way it looked, and she was hoping that they would redo it. And of course, Ryan said yes. So he went over to said employee and said, the customer's not happy, you're going to have to do it again. And the kid was like, no, I think it looks fine. And he threw a big fit. And of course, Ryan put his big boy pants on and put his boss pants on, or whatever you want to say. And he basically told the kid, yes, you're going to do it again. And he wasn't happy with that. So he sent Ryan like a slew of text messages that night that were just ridiculous and negative and ridiculous. Well, apparently he never let it go. Then like 2 weeks later, which was yesterday, like I said, Ryan left to go take Reg, his granddad, to an appointment for me. And his phone just was blasting. So I opened his work phone, which I don't normally do, and I kind of wish I hadn't, but I did, and I can't take it back. These were all messages from that kid, and I read through them, and I was just appalled. Like, the things that this kid was saying to my husband, about my husband, I'm using that term loosely because it wasn't true. Lots of derogatory things. And then the icing on the cake, the cherry on the sundae, was at the very end. And it said, I feel sorry for you. You have an ugly wife and your son's retarded. Yeah. A grown-ass man called my son retarded. A 3-year-old. that has a disability. I could care less if he thinks I'm ugly. I've seen this kid. He's not winning any prizes. His opinion does not hurt my heart when it comes to me. But you say something about my child who is not able to defend himself, who doesn't understand the concept of defending himself, I literally turn from like a good-hearted Midwestern girl to like straight Jersey, and I'm gonna destroy you. I instantly got mad. I called my husband and I told him I was very sorry that I read his phone messages, but I did, and I couldn't take it back. And I told him what they said, and he was very, very upset as well. So I told him I was going to call the owner of the company, and I was just going to unload because something has to happen. Like, this kid is ridiculous. I called the owner of the company, and I just... verbal diarrhea was basically what it was. Like, I was trying to keep my emotions in check and not just lose my mind. But I just spewed everything out, and I told him everything, and he was appalled. I told him he has to take care of this, or I was going to try and find some sort of like legal recourse, which is very hard for things like that. I am starting to realize, because I did a lot of investigating. But yeah, I mean, Mama Bear has to come out. It's just not even appropriate to even do things like that. You're a grown-up. You're a grown-up. If you have problems with someone, talk to that person. Have problems with that person. Don't bring someone's family into your issues. That's like, I just don't get it. And it's not that, the thing that I think that's really getting me, like one time, Ryder is our son, we were at the park. He gets very obsessed with saying hello. So when he says hello to you, he'll probably say it like 15 times. And most people understand it. They don't mind. They'll say hi a bajillion times because that's what he wants. But little kids don't get it. And we went to the park next to our house, and he did that to one of the little girls that was at the park. And she was like, "You're weird." Thanks, jerk. Like, who, the kid's mom was there too. Who lets their child say something like that to another child? I would not. If my child was a chatterbox and called someone weird, I would be mad. And I would say, that is not nice. You apologize. But the mom just let her daughter say it. And I looked at the little girl and I was like, he's not weird. He's just funny. He thinks that this is funny. And she was like, oh, okay. Why did I have to do that? Like, what the hell, people? So we've encountered one child that has said something about him before. But this is a whole nother level. This is a grown-up that should know better that called our son retarded. I just am at a crossroads with being kind, which is how I was raised to be, and just wanting to literally rip the dreadlocks off of this kid's head. I am still seething. Like I said, this just happened. What time is it? This literally just happened less than 24 hours ago. So it's still extremely fresh. And I'm just really hopeful that he gets fired, because if he doesn't, I promise you guys this, I will be going to the company bright and early to have a conversation with this person. And my brother, we're both Midwestern kids, but my brother goes straight like crazy way faster than I do. So he is ready, to defend someone that he loves that is unable to defend themselves. So Mama Bear syndrome is rough. Like, I'm having anxiety about this because I'm so upset that someone could be that cruel. And it's hard. It's like I was trying to say earlier, I think it's hard because it's the first time this has happened. Like, I'm sure we're going to encounter ignorance throughout the course of our lives with our son, because he looks normal. He looks totally fine, but inside just works different. And inside doesn't work less, it just works different. And he's beautiful, and he is kind. And it's like, I worry so much about when he grows up, people making fun of him to his face, and he doesn't understand that that's what they're doing. I cry about this. Like, I cry about something that's not even happened because I'm so worried that people are going to be mean to him. And he is kind, and he is sweet, and he has a good heart, and he doesn't understand. It's rough. I love my son completely through and through. But autism, it is hard. It is hard. The ignorance is really hard. And I mean really hard. So, Mama Bear Syndrome is real. If you would literally pull someone's eyeballs out to defend your child, welcome to the club. I'm there with you guys. So if anyone has any advice as to how I should handle this situation realistically, please feel free to email me. Feel free to leave comments below. I'd prefer no negative comments. I like to try and keep my page as positive as possible. I know this video isn't the most positive, but sometimes it just really is cathartic for me to just get this out to you guys. And the love and support that you guys throw back is always so much bigger than my mind could ever think. And I just want to thank you guys always for watching. I want to thank you guys for subscribing. I'm at over 600 subscribers now. And I know to some people that's like that big because you got like tens of thousands. But dude, 600 is a lot to me. I don't know 600 people, but I know you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being so supportive. I will be back on Friday with a Stitch Fix. I'm really excited. It's in styling right now. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time. And I love you guys. I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.